Hi everybody, Jane here. Thank you so much for watching today and welcome to you all. If you are new, welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. If you have been around my channel for any length of time, you'll know that my channel is about creating projects. It's about mixed media and art journaling and using all those mediums. But every now and again, usually after Christmas and maybe when I've been on a special trip, I will do a bit of an art haul when I've received things or bought things for special occasions. Now, I thought I'd do one today because over the last few weeks, I have to admit, I've been on, for me, a massive splurge. We are in the process of potentially moving house, so I have done so much decluttering, so this seems a bit counterintuitive, but I think in that decluttering process I've thought very much about what it is I want to invest in, and that is what I've got here today. So I've got a few bits that I hope you'll indulge me with. They none of these are what I would call particularly inexpensive. In fact, some of them I would say were quite expensive for what they are, but they are things that I've really thought about whether I want them or not, and I have researched and looked into them, and so hopefully they will be things that I will definitely be using. So I will put these bits to the side. I will start off with this because these are the Neocolor ones by Caran. Now I already have a set of 30 Neocolor 2s and I've got into using them much more over the last year. Particularly I find that if I keep them out on my table in a jar like this, I am more likely to use them. I did put them back away again into tins thinking, oh well, I'll get them out when I need them, and I just really didn't use them. So my aim is with these ones as well is to put them in another pot, and I have got a pot ready for them to go into, so they just sit next to me. Now the Neocolor 2s are water soluble crayons. These ones are wax resistant crayons, or pastels I should say. And I wanted these because I love my water reactive products, but sometimes you do want something to go on the top. Now you can use pencils, but these feel a little bit more expressive to me. So I was really looking into the Neo Arts that Caran had brought out recently. But when I was looking for the price of them, and from what I could gather, the main feature of them seems to be about them being light fast, which for me isn't really an issue because I work almost exclusively inside an art journal or a sketchbook. So I am not looking for anything that's light fast. This is, you know, art for me, not really, it's, well, not at all to sell, and not generally. I have some of my things up on the walls, but because they're on my walls, I'm not worried if they fade. If they fade, I'll just swap them out for something else, or I can repaint them, or, you know, whatever. But so these to me seemed a much more cost effective way of getting a similar product. So this is the set of 30. As I said, I bought these. Oh, by the way, everything here I bought myself or was gifted by a family member. They're not from companies. And here is this beautiful set. Now, when I've looked, the set of 30 colours in this, I think there's only 40 colours in Neocolor ones. This set of 30 is the same 30 colours from what I can gather as the set of 30 Neocolor 2s, which for me isn't an issue because I would be using them in different circumstances. I know some people use their Neocolor 2s just as pastels, like dry. I don't tend to do that. I worry the entire time that if any water gets on my project, that's going to make a mess. So I like to use them as a water reactive product, not as a wax pastel. So you do get your little sticker, and I will do a separate video swatching these out and using them, but I will, whilst I'm here, just quickly see if I can get this sticker, because I thought, I know, I'll put this sticker onto my pot, and then that will remind me that these are Neocolor ones. So that can go on there. So that was the first thing. Well, it's the first thing I'm showing you. It wasn't necessarily the first thing I got. The next thing I want to show you is this little pile here, because as you may know, over the last year or so, I've really developed a love for my watercolours. I've really been investing in good brands for that. And I also really love my Kuretake Gansai Tambis, and I use them a lot. I don't use them particularly as in a pure watercolour way. Well, no, that's not true. I don't use them on my channel in a pure watercolour way. I do actually go out and do plein air painting, and I do other things outside of YouTube, and I'm sort of keeping that as a separate thing to be more of a hobby, which sounds a bit odd, but you know, rather than something I always feel the need to film. So I have been using them, but I see a lot of people, in particular the likes of Katie Moody, Sarah Burns, they use a lot of gouache. Now that's how I'm going to say it. I do not know if it is pronounced a different way. This is how I am going to say gouache. Otherwise I'm going to get myself tied up in knots over the pronunciation. I can't even say pronunciation. So I have been looking to get a set for a while. I have got a set of alt new pastel colours, but I don't really use the pastel colours, to be quite honest. So I wanted a set of basic colours, so to speak, and looking at what everybody uses and what everybody says, I eventually decided to go for the Holbein Arrtx squash, and I bought these on Jackson's Art in the UK to get my free shipping. I'll just quickly show you, because what I do is, if it's not going to quite meet the free shipping, I usually grab myself a couple of pencils to top up my pencil collection. So I got a couple of doesn't want to come out, Luminance pencils. I have them all swatched out in my swatch. Let me just grab it. Let me grab my swatch book so you can see. So this is the swatch book I have. This is mostly, I've written on the front now what's swatched in here, because I figure that if I get another one, I'm going to be constantly checking, you know, what's in what. So this is more my sort of pencils and sticks. I've already developed a page for my Neocolor ones. Do I want drawing pencils? So these ones at the top are the Luminance. I have actually already swatched these two out. So what I find useful about this is, if you're like me and you're not a big set person, I don't buy massive sets of pencils. If I do buy a set, the most I think I've ever bought is 36, and that was I think I bought 36 of the Polychromos by Faber-Castell. I've got 24 set of Inktense, which I'm going to be building up later in the year, because we're going to go to the Lake District. And guess what? We're staying right near the Derwent Museum, Pencil Museum. So I'll be popping in there a few times, no doubt. But with the Luminance, I have just gradually built up my collection. So I find having them swatched out is really useful for when I'm going to do something like I did with the Jackson's order, and I had, you know, I was a few pounds underneath the free shipping, so I thought I'll grab a couple of pencils to add to my collection. I can glance at this and think, right, where am I missing, you know, where have I got gaps? And there are still gaps, and I do still need more, but I went for the French Grey 30%, I'm reading that upside down, and the Sepia. So this one's the French Grey 30%, because I wanted a warm grey. So I've got my sort of slate grey there, which is more of a cool, then I've got that one which is warm, and I wanted sepia because I wanted a darker brown. I do like that really dark brown, because if you don't, I haven't got a black, and I felt that I did need more on the dark side. I do need, I think I need a purple in here. I want at least one more blue, because I've got turquoise blue and Prussian blue. I need something between them. I've got anthraquinone carmine, and I want the anthraquinone pink, because it's a warmer pink than this one. I also think I need more of a lemon yellow. When I was doing something the other day, I realised that was something that maybe I was missing. So I also got those when I got my gouache. So I'll put those to the side. So this set is 18 colours, and I went for the 5mm. I went for the 5mm for two reasons. One, it was more cost effective. It's probably not. That's a lie. It's probably not more cost effective. For me, it was a more cost effective way of getting them, because I wanted more colours, but I didn't want to pay for the 15mm. Also because if I get these and then I decide that they're not for me, I don't want massive tubes of 15mm to use up. But if there are colours that I particularly like, I can then buy them individually as 15mm. So I might swatch these out in this video, I'm not sure. I might do it for another one. So that's the 18 colours. So I'll go through, yeah, I think I'll go through them on a separate video. Now, my main idea was I did want to use these out and about, and this I got as a Mother's Day present from one of my children, and it was on my wish list. I'd forgotten it was on my wish list, to be honest. So when I got it, I was like, oh, that's good. So it's just a little palette. I struggle every time to remember how you undo it. There we go. So it's a little airtight palette. Now it's only got 16 wells. So I was thinking I'd put the 16 main colours in and then probably take the 2 tubes with the black and the white with me. So the idea is this you can put your gouache in here, and when it's got this on the top, it will stay wet, because I wanted to be able to use the gouache out and about, but I wanted to use it wet. And I have seen other people have these and say that they have been really useful for them. So I'll see how that goes. My only concern is I'm not sure how often I'll be using gouache, so I'm not sure if they will dry out too much, but I hope not. And then it comes in this, which is a little water pot, which I thought was really cute, because when I take my watercolours out, I actually take water brushes. I just find that easier. So that fits in the top and then clicks. Does it go in that side, or does it go? No, I think it goes in that side. And you've also got little brush holders in the side there. So that goes in there. Then that goes over there somehow, which will work out at a later date. So that one was a gift for me. This was also a gift that I got quite a long time ago. I've never shown you. My husband bought these for me because I wanted them. I think before we went away on holiday last year, and then I never took them. I never used them. I've never used them. They are the Fuumuui travel brushes. So these are ones that came out a fair while ago. They brought out so many different ones since this. But I've now figured that because I've got this and because I've got this, and it'll have the water pot, I won't be using water brushes. So these will now come into their own. So you get a, does it say, a number 12? They're lovely brushes. Honestly, I've never used them, but they do look lovely. So I've got a number 12, a number 8, number 8. Oh, why? Oh, no, hold on a minute. Why is that not? Oh! Oh no, it's the other one. I thought I had a double-sided brush then. Oh, I got a bit excited then. I thought, oh, I've accidentally got double-sided ones. I didn't realize it was in the wrong one. So I've got the number 8, and then I've got the number 4. So I thought that was a nice selection of sizes. They're the sort of the main sizes that I personally would use. They're quite long. It feels a bit heavy on that, but I think just for going out, and I think using with the gouache would be fantastic. So like I say, those two were gifts that I got a while ago, but this one I've just bought, and because I bought this and I had that, I wanted a hot pressed watercolor sketchbook, 100% cotton, that I could use with the gouache specifically when I'm out. And so I went with this one by Arrtx. Again, I bought this myself. I am not sponsored, or I don't receive gifts. I choose not to receive product from companies just because I don't. And I liked the size of this one. So it is, what is it? It's 105 by 185 millimeters. So 10.5 by 8.5 centimeters. What is that in inches? It's roughly 7.5 inches by 4.25 inches. I haven't even looked at it because I'm hoping it's not going to be the one where it's a block. I want it to be a proper sketchbook. And I've seen that recently people have realised that this here is a pocket. To be totally honest, I don't get the point of pockets in journals. Oh, it is a block rather than... I wanted it to be an actual sketchbook as opposed to a block. But that's fine. It's just I wanted it to be able to like be more flat, but I can turn that way, I can turn that way, and it's got, I think, perforations. That's not my favourite thing. For me, I'm not tearing things out of my sketchbooks. For me, they're in a sketchbook for a reason. Otherwise, I'd just use a piece of paper or a piece of card. But some people would probably like that because they can take them out if they want to. It lays fairly. I mean, I will have a clip on here anyway when I'm out, so you know, I won't know until I try it. What I might do is when I do a video with these, I will swatch them in here with these so that we can see 3 things in one. So that's my gouache selection that I have got. So hopefully they are all going to be lots of fun. And now this this is totally I don't need this at all. I wanted it for Christmas. I put it on a list. I sent everybody in my family the links, but I guess it was a bit maybe out of their price range, or I don't think they understood what it was or why I wanted it. So I decided, that's it, we're moving house, I've just got a job, so I'm going to buy it. Now, funnily enough, Katie Moody, and I will link her channel below, has literally just done a video on this pen. This is a nib. I'm not even telling you what it is. It's a Kakimori Brass Nib and a Kacamorei Sakura wood handle for it. Now, Katie Moody has just been to Japan and she's bought exactly the same ones, and she's done a video, and I will link the video and I will link her channel in my description box so you can see what her thoughts on this. She compares it to some of her other dip pens and things like that as well, but I had already planned to do this video today, so it was quite funny that was it. And I think it literally went up last night. So here is my beautiful handle. Like I say, these are expensive. I'm not going to say anything else, but you know, it's what you choose to spend your money on, isn't it? This is what I choose to spend mine on. And here is the brass nib. And again, I will show these in another video. I won't show using them now, but I will put it together. So here's the nib. It is quite a hefty nib. Now, it goes in just in the top, just fits just like this, and there is my beauty. I just think it's so beautiful. Now, anybody who watched my video from my haul after Christmas, or my Christmas gift, I did ask for this dip pen, as I was obviously on a pen theme at Christmas, because I did ask for this one and I asked for this. So this was the one I got. This is the, what's it called? I can't remember. But it's, I truly can't remember. It's by Sailor. It's quite a nifty little dip pen as well. It's got a nib like this, and I also asked for the feed. It's really good, but I wanted this one as well. So maybe, if you think that you'd like to see these in use and see a comparison between the two, I mean, Katie's just done a comparison, although she didn't have this one, then just let me know in the comments if that's something you would be interested in seeing. So that is my haul. I will put this one away. So this one is really handy though, because it's just slots, and I just pop it in my drawer and it's there. So that was my sort of, I wouldn't say it was a mini haul, but you know, it's a haul of a few bits and bobs. So we've got these, let's put them all like this, and then we've got my, I've unpacked everything now, haven't I? My pencils as well. So I hope that was interesting. Let me know in the description, not in the description box, don't let me know in the description box, let me know in the comments what you think, what you like to see, what maybe if you got any of these things, how have you found them? And if you have enjoyed the video, do please give it a thumbs up for a like, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you see that hype button, it doesn't cost you anything. It just helps smaller channels. It just tells YouTube, oh, we really like this channel or this video. Please promote it out to the wider world a bit more. And big thank you, as always, to my super supporters, my YouTube members. And I'll put a bit of info about that down in the description box as well. So thank you ever so much, and until the next time, bye bye.